Another really interesting thing that I read in your book was the whole process of recording with Tupac. So I guess the way it was laid out was you didn't know Tupac was actually signed to Death Row at the time.
I did not.
And he had called you to do a chorus on the song Wonder Why They Call You Bitch.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what song it was until I actually got to the studio. But yeah.
Okay. Can you describe that situation? You know, going to the studio and then what happened afterwards at the hotel room?
Describe it. I mean, pretty much it's exactly what, like I said in my memoir. I mean, I went to the studio. I realized there were a bunch of Death Row people there. So kind of in my mind, it all started kind of figuring it out. I started figuring it out like right there. Like, okay. So, I mean, I played it off and played it cool, even though I didn't think, that was a good look just because of the fact of the Suge and Puff situation. You know what I mean? Even though I didn't really know a lot of the details about what happened, but it was clear that he took a jab at Puff at the Source Awards and stuff like that. But I was pretty oblivious to a whole lot of the things that had gone on prior to that, until probably a few years later. You know what I mean? So, I just played it cool because I'm a people person, and some of the people I had seen before or seen in passing or knew who they were, so I gave them respect, gave them a dab, Corrupt, whoever, smoking with people, drinking a Budweiser, just trying to, be cool in the moment to get the thing done, you know what I mean? But not definitely thinking about, like, I know this probably looks crazy. They probably looking at me like, what am I doing here in this situation? But, in my mind and in my heart, I knew that I didn't really know what I was walking into. You know what I'm saying? So that was probably definitely one of the few times that being so so headstrong and so I'm gonna go get it done on my own, and so I can go by myself and make it happen. I mean, that's one of the times it didn't serve me so well. You know what I'm saying? Because it was definitely it was a bad choice, but I didn't know that until then. Had I known the things I known, I probably definitely wouldn't have done the song with him. I definitely wouldn't have gone in the studio to record anything that was related to Death Row Records at that time, whoever the artist was. It just, you know what I'm saying, period.
After you recorded, you were owed $25,000 for the session, and you said that you went to Pac's hotel room and he basically asked for oral sex at that point.
Well, in a very surprising and offensive way, for sure. But I mean, by that time, I think it was, it was pretty clear to me that that was all kind of it seemed to me that was kind of like a plan. You know what I mean? Like you've been kind of guided. Like I kind of allowed myself to be played and allowed myself to get into this situation because this is totally not how I operate. That ain't how I do business. And that was never even, up for discussion as far as that being an exchange. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it was about. My whole point for being in LA was and not going on that bad boy tour was to be out there making my money. I've very much always been about the coins. So, it was no way I was about to have done that and have myself do that song, feel the way I felt on the inside, and probably look to those people without getting some money when it's all said and done. So that was my ultimate goal. And by that time it was tight. It was tight.